Namaste, everybody. Today we are going to learn an important tool. The tool we need the most in our life is actually overlooked by the society and is never taught in our schools. And this tool is called as the David Hawkins Emotional Scale of Consciousness. And in the field of spirituality and the research work related to the emotional consciousness, this is the widely known tool. And David Hawkins founded the Research for Spiritual Development, and years of 30 years of his experience and work has gone into this field, and it helps us to understand the human emotions and our consciousness, and what are the practices that can be done in order to move up the scale and level up the game. So this has got different components, like the first column being the human emotions, and the second column being the energy frequencies at which we vibrate, and the third one, it's the suffering getting by, and all of that is our levels of consciousness. And it also tells us whether we are contracted in our nature or expanded in our awareness. So this tool actually starts the emotions. When it comes to emotions, our own emotions, it starts with the shame, and shame being the lowest of all the emotions, and enlightenment being the highest of all the emotions. And the very purpose of this tool is to understand that when we are dealing in the lower levels of emotions, or the denser emotions, or the negative emotions, it's not going to help me in any manner. And we need to throw some light upon these things, and we need to make some conscious effort and move up the scale, or elevate ourselves up to higher vibrational frequencies, because our vibration universe is a this is the basic law. I think you would definitely be knowing about this, that universe is a vibrational place, and whatever you vibrate with, the universe is going to mirror back the same thing to you. It is like attracts like. For example, if you are here in this mode, for example shame, and the people who are vibrating at the lowest emotional consciousness, what happens with them is they think that they are in the victimhood. Life is happening to them, and there is some god or superpower sitting up there and not at all supportive of them, and they are made to suffer, and they are in the victimhood, and they're contracted in nature. They'll not be able to see the opportunities in their life, and whatever the blessings they have in their life. And it is very, very important to understand that these the vibrational frequencies, it is like our own energy frequencies. Our energy or our frequency is our currency, and when we are calibrating at the highest energy level, we are leading our life to the fullest. We are in love, joy, and peace and enlightenment. We are in ultimate consciousness. And it is very, very important to understand that only few percentage of the world population dwells here. And if we make the conscious effort, we can also go up the scale. And these numbers are like, for example, the boiling point of water. Water at 0 degrees Celsius, it is solid in nature. The same water at room temperature, it is going to melt and it becomes liquid. And the water, when it is boiled, it evaporates and turns into gaseous form. In the same manner, it is our own consciousness, but it keeps changing. Our own emotions, which keeps changing in a day. And whatever is our dominant emotions, that becomes our reality. So for example, people who are at this denser emotional scale, so what happens? They are in the suffering mode. With the conscious effort, when I become aware of my own emotions, when I start thinking about it, when I contemplate, I start understanding that it is not going to help me in any manner and it is only wasting my time, then that is called as the self-awareness. The next step is going to be the self-reflection. In the self-reflection, what happens is I become aware of my thoughts, my emotions, how I feel, and how long I'm dwelling in that place, and my behaviors, and also my habits or the behavioral patterns or the actions that I'm taking in that emotions. So after self reflection, we have to understand that we have to make conscious effort to move up the scale, and that becomes our self care practices. I call it as self care practices. We become practices like meditation. We start taking care of ourselves and we become the love and the joy and the peace. Then we start spreading the same to others. It is all about your inner world. So it is the inner game. So for that inner game, the tools and the techniques like yoga and exercises and meditation, mindfulness practice, walking in the nature, connecting with the people, these kind of things are going to help us. But at the same time, to go to that ultimate consciousness or to have that expanded mode and to understand that love, joy, and peace, they are the essence of this life. The first practice that we are going to start is the gratitude practice. Having an attitude of gratitude is the key to love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. So, gratitude practices include your, counting on your blessings. And if you think that I do not have any blessings, look at the nature. Look at the abundance of trees or, the abundance of sunlight that falls on you, that heals you, and the abundance of, the ocean, water drops. Or there are going to be things or there are going to be blessings which the universe has given you. Start appreciating those small little beautiful things in your life, because the universe, it is like our vibrational frequencies broadcasting to the universe. Whatever we are broadcasting to the universe is going to mirror back the same thing to you. That is why our elders always said, there is this goddess who is going to sit up on and she's going to say tatastu. So always speak, positive and stay in the positive mindset. So it is very, very important to understand that, in detail when we study this tool and when we apply these things in our life, it is going to help us in our personal transformation. Thank you.